Any doubts on yesterday's session? Yesterday we have talked about what is automation anywhere tool, and we have built one simple bot also, the application. Okay. Okay, fine. So today what we are going to do is we are going to discuss about the installation process of the application. Installation process of the application, how we can go for install. Yes, Husha, tell me. Okay, fine. So today we are going to talk about how to have an instance in Amazon Web Services. And in that instance, we are going to have a discussion how to install our applications. Automation AnyWhere application, we are going to install it. What about others, guys? Are you able to hear me? Okay. Usha, please log out and log in. Fine. So everyone must go for create an Amazon Web Service account. Okay. So how to create an account is go to Google, and we are going to talk about here AWS, Amazon Web Service Cloud Applications. Okay. So once you connect here, then there will be a 12 months $0 cost to you. Then you have to use a credit card and provide the information and log in to the account. Okay. So once you connect to the account, then you are going to have an instance. Then you will go for the EC2 instance. EC2 instance we are going to take up, Amazon EC2 instances. So in the EC2 instances, you can have either one instance or we can have it multiple instances. Okay. So let me go for launch the instance over here. When we go for launch an instance, it's going to ask us which instance operating system you would like to have for your virtual machine. So there is Amazon Linux, which is free tier eligible, and Red Hat Linux also is there, free tier eligible. Now this is what we required, Windows free tier eligible. This is what we required, Windows free tier eligible. Select this Windows free tier eligible. In this, select a instance type. There are multiple instances with having different configurations, like CPUs, memory, internal storage, some optimization availability, some network performance. This all we have, right? So these are the configuration of our virtual machine. So this is not much required for us right now. Okay, so we just required general purpose. Okay, and there is option called free tier eligible. Free tier eligible. Then we are going for launch this. We are going to launch this. Select review and launch. Review and launch. Select launch. When you try to launch the instance, the system is going to ask us, you want to have a new key pair or you have already existing key pair. So what is key pair exactly and why this is required is, key pair is required basically to encrypt our password. Okay, to encrypt our password. So whenever we are going to configure one virtual machine in Amazon cloud, I would like to configure the password. I would like to set the password for my system, right? So that password will be in encrypted mode. That password will be in encrypted mode. So I would like to see that password. So in disk, I have to decrypt that particular password. Then I need a file, PEM file, .pem, private this key file. Okay, so that we can give any name, not a problem. We can give any name, RTL 6 AM. That's the name of the key pair I'm going to provide. Let's download a key pair. Now .pem file will be downloaded. Don't worry, let's leave that file as it is. Let's not open. In fact, it's not required for us also. Let's download this .pem file. Okay, let's download this. So what is the purpose of key pair file? Whenever we would like to set the password for the instance, then that password we have to see, right? You will receive a password from Amazon Web Services, which is in encrypted mode, that we have to decrypt, right? So then we will be using that file. Launch instances, click the launch instances option. Now it's showing that your instances are now launching. The following instance launches have been initiated. Nothing but the system is ready. Whatever the system you have configured, it's ready to utilize. And select the instance. Now it's showing that running status, right side status as checks. Status as checks. Here it's going to show how we are going to operate. Then we'll see the 2x2 status. Once we receive 2x2 status, then we can go for work with the instance. Still it's initializing our work, virtual workforce. So it takes some time for initialization. Yes, meanwhile, any doubts are there, please ask me so that we can clarify it. Okay, yes, guys. As I told, please contact this number. Yes, we got the status 2 by 2 check status. It means our virtual machine is ready. Now instance is ready. Now we can go for connect to our instance. Let's select here instance and go for connect. Whenever we click connect button, the system is going to ask us, do you want to download a remote desktop file? Do you want to download remote desktop file? Yes, I would like to download the remote desktop file. So the system will be downloading. This is the shortcut for our Amazon workforce instance. Then get the password. Username is administrator. Then get the password. But the password will be in encrypt mode. You have to choose your file. Where is this? This RTL 6 AM. Okay. Decrypt the password. In order to retrieve your password, you will not specify the path of this key pair on your local machine. Now it is going to show us this is our password. For this instance, this is the password. Copy, close. Now here you will come to know your instance ID, and then here you will come to know your public ID, IP address, and this is what your key name. This is what your key name. Okay. So now let's connect to remote desktop. Connect. Enter the password. Press OK. This is how we can launch our instance. Sometimes it will show that invalid password couple of attempts due to password update or any other reason. So you have to try it couple of times. Otherwise, copy your password into Notepad. Sometimes it won't work. So then what you have to do is manual entry you have to do. So you can ask to remember the credentials system. Now we are going to connect to the applications. Okay. Yes, this is how to launch one instance in AWS, Amazon Web Services. So first you need to have an account in Amazon Web Services, and then you can go. If somebody says that I don't want to go for Amazon Cloud, install, I would like to install the application in my system itself, then we can do it, no problem. But after 14 days, you have to format your system. Then again, you have to go for installation. Okay. So otherwise, there is nothing in Amazon web services other than our system. Like we are just creating one virtual machine and we are using it. Okay. Fine. So here is our software. Automation Anywhere software is there. So this we have to copy and paste it here. Just copy paste our software to here. So you can call to Mr. Naresh. He is the person who will provide you the software. You can copy the software into the application where you can go for install and use it. Now it's telling that it takes around 8 to 10 minutes time for installation, not a problem. Meanwhile, we'll just download some of the web browsers, right? Mozilla Firefox. We can use any web browser, either Google Chrome or Mozilla Firefox or Internet Explorer, not a problem. But Mozilla Firefox will be more flexible when we would like to see the tags, HTML tags or JavaScript or any other. That's the reason we'll be working with this. Now it's going to ask us the certification details, like no problem, say add and close. Yes, Sahos. Whatever current, you have to open the browser application, right? You can mention that I would like to open internet application, okay? And or I would like to open Mozilla Firefox. You can give the exe file. You can give the exe file. So now here we are going to download Mozilla Firefox application, web browser application. Okay. Select run option. So let me download web developer toolbar. Mm, Select web developer toolbar, download, but here we don't have this, right? Mozilla Firefox. Let me. Windows 64-bit. Save. Run this. So the reason why we are using the Firefox is next level when we are working with some web recorders and web applications. We need to set some properties in our automation AnyWhere tool when we try to do object cloning or when we try to do web recording methods. That time we'll be using this properties. Okay. So that time Firefox will be more compatible compared to any other browser. It is more flexible. That's the reason I'm downloading this. Next, download web developer toolbar for Firefox. Add to Firefox. Install. Restart now. It's going to start the application with this add-ons. Here you can see what are the add-ons are available. Cookies, CSS styles and forms, images, information. This all will find. And the information, we can see the tab indexes, table depth and JavaScript, and links information, what we have, page information, this. As well as if I go to CSS styles, I can find what is the default disable styles, disable browser default styles, like this. Okay. So when we want to identify the unique object on our particular website, okay, when we are working with web applications automation, then it will be used, browser application automation. For example, let me enter snapdeal.com as one of the website which we have, and every website will have the content. This is the website content, right? Okay, this is the website content. And if I'm going to disable the CSS styles, let's see how your website looks like. This is the website content without CSS styles, right? This is web HTML content we have right here. And now we are going for enable the CSS styles. We'll see here. Okay. So this is web toolbar, which we can have it here. So for easy recognition of the object when we are doing the object cloning. Okay, then Firefox add-on. Add-on Firefox. Add to Firefox. Install. Now here we can see the add-ons are available. This is not. Okay. Fine, let me see that later. Now our application is ready. We have copied successfully Automation Anywhere application into the cloud. Fine. Now just double click. Now it's going to ask us, welcome to the setup wizard for Automation Anywhere Enterprise. If at all you would like to allow to install, click next button and accept the license information. Click next button. And here we can see the components. What are the components? We have Automation Anywhere, client, control room, process in Vision. There are three components in this installation. Would you like to install all these three components? Yes. And when you are going to install, if you have licensed file, okay, if you have licensed file, client license file, control room license file, process in Vision license file, you can select where exactly you have saved your license file. But now we are not going for with the license, right? Click next button and select next button and install it. It's very simple process. Installation. Fine, guys. Now we can see here Automation Anywhere Enterprise Client, Automation Anywhere Enterprise Control Room, AA Process in Vision. Finish. This is how we can go for install the Automation Anywhere Enterprise Client as well as the Control Room and InVision Process InVision. Now click Try It button. Now it's going to ask you create control room username and password. It is mandatory to create a user account before you can start using the control room. What is control room, how it will work, we'll be discussing in the next sessions. So username and password and confirm the password. So let's enter the username. I'm going to enter RPA 6 AM. Let's capture these details in some notepad. And password India@123. Confirm the password. Create. This is control room username and password. Now it's going to ask you create client username and password. This is control room username and password. Same password I am going to configure for the client also, but username I am going to say RPA 6 AM client. Password is same. Create. So like this, you can configure the username and password. Let's save this notepad file because it's required every time when we are going to log in credentials. Now we can see that initially, if you want to log into the control room, you can log in from here. RPA 6 AM. Login unsuccessful. The invalid credentials, unregistered client, inactive client, client register on another mission. Not a problem. Let's get started here. Now you can see that 14 days this application will work here. After that, what we'll do, we'll open another instance in the Amazon Web Service. Okay. So now we have opened two. One is Automation Anywhere Control Room. Another one is Automation Anywhere Enterprise Client. This is what yesterday we have talked about, right? We have talked about a simple task, okay, task but, and these are sample tasks which we have downloaded yesterday, and we have seen how to create a new task, right, by using task editor. 90% of our RPA developer job will be here in this window. And the commands which we have that we will be using left side, these are the commands we are going to use. Category wise, we have the commands and list of all the commands we have. Sorry. Okay. So I'll just explain you the first category today. So Monday onwards, we'll go ahead with other commands. Okay. Insert keystrokes. Like whenever any human want to interact with application, how the human will do, he will open any browser by using the mouse or keyboard, right? So he's going to use the browser, and here he is going to do the keystrokes. He's going to do it like google.com. Like that, he is going to do the keystrokes. So if you want to perform some keystrokes, then we will use this command. You can drag and drop, or you can double click, or you can go for double click. Now it's going to ask you insert keystrokes where exactly you would like to do insert keystrokes. It's showing that in your system there is an Internet Explorer right now. Here it is there, right? And taskbar is there. Here is a taskbar. Currently active window, desktop, Windows Shell Experience host. That's your here run mode. And use plugins to play audio video games, like I think it is related to this window. So here what system will show you, whatever the windows are available right now on your desktop, it's going to show you. So if you want to use this window, in this window, whatever you would like to enter, that you can enter the keystrokes. Like this. And you want to go for enter key after this, you can use enter key. And then you want to go for right click, we can use right click. And you want to encrypt these keystrokes like password entry, then we can go for encrypt the keystrokes. Then you would like to go for any delay in milliseconds, you can have some delay. Variables will be discussing later. Variables are basically dynamic values entry. If you want to make some changes in your script dynamically, this is static, right? This is static, nothing but hard coding. Static values we have entered, but that value I would like to have dynamically. That value I would like to have dynamically. then we will go for using the variables. Then we'll be using the variables. Okay. When I click save button, now I can see keystrokes system has considered. This is first entry keystroke, then second one is right click. So there is only one command related to the keystrokes. Then insert mouse click we have, then we have insert mouse move, insert mouse scroll. Mouse click, whenever we want to use insert mouse click command, then it's going to ask you where exactly you want to click. For example, in this window, I would like to click in a particular X and Y position. Okay, so then we can use. If you don't know the X axis and Y axis, then go for capture. Then it will show you that window there exactly you want to capture. Okay, so it takes your X mouse position and Y mouse position and title of your window. Again, you want to open the delay, and right side it will show you the image also. If you want to refresh, if you would like to go for refresh your window, then it can be refreshed. Okay, so let me go for Google Internet Explorer. Means here I want to capture my mouse click option. Capture, let's say this. Now you can see that that is the X position and Y position in the Google. So why it is required then when we are using some tasks, like we will be going to perform some use cases, that's what actually our business process is, then you will come to know what is the use. Why do I need to capture that particular area? What is the purpose? We'll discuss that. Okay. Then it takes automatically code. Then insert mouse move. Whenever we try to move the mouse from one particular position to another position, I would like to do the capture option here. So then it takes capture mouse from mouse to, then it is taken. And again, delay is common. F2 to insert variable. So if we would like to have this XY positions are dynamic coordinates, then we will be using the variables. This variable option we'll see almost in every command to change the values dynamically. Change the values dynamically. We'll talk about that later, what exactly the purpose of variable and all. That is insert mouse move. Whenever we are going to move from one position to another position, then this will be used. Okay. Next, insert mouse scroll. So you might be having some mouse scroll, right? Up and down mouse scrolls will be having. There, whenever user try to do the mouse scroll on your application, you want to do some execution, we will be using this option. Okay, insert mouse scroll option here. So these are keystrokes and mouse commands. It will be very simple. Keystroke and mouse options, which are very simple. Next, after that we have, I'm just giving you the overall idea about the all commands. Then whenever we have a particular task or particular business process you want to automate, then we'll be using these commands dynamically wherever we required. Wherever we required that we are going to use it. Okay. Then we are going for second category, programs, files and windows. So you want to open any program file, then we can use this. Like you would like to open any exe file, this that can be open. Any folder, the file is exist in the folder, then it will be used. And you want to pass any parameters to that, launching the program files with parameter, then it will be used. Okay. So let me remove this. If you want to filter mouse moves, you can uncheck this mouse keystrokes, click any delays and other options. Or you would like to open all the things, we can open it. Like to go for delete, right click, delete option, or we have the delete option here also. Yes. Now I would like to open one program file in my script. Select, and where is your program file? Program files will see in the system, C drive, program files, Mozilla Firefox we have, Internet Explorer we have, Edit Plus we have. Here, where is the executable file for Edit Plus? This. Right, save. And now save the task. Edit Plus, save it. Now run this task, but now you can see it's going to open the Edit Plus application. See. It's very first time that dialog box has appeared. So let me exit from here and again run this task. Now it will be opened directly. Right. So this is how we will go for using it. That is to open the program files. Next, any file or folder is exist in your system. So when you are automating any application, if you get any requirement, yes, I want to copy the file from this folder to this folder, or I want to create one folder or create one file or rename the file, then we can use files or folders commands. Files, we can see copy, delete, zip the file, print the file, open the file. When you select copy the file, it will ask you source file and destination, from which folder to which folder you would like to copy. Okay. So let's say I have a login credentials on the desktop. I would like to copy this file from here to this folder. I'm just creating a new folder here. Credentials. I would like to copy into this particular folder. Okay. So what we can do is go to copy files. Where is source file? Go to desktop, login credentials. What about destination file folder? Destination file folder is in C drive, and credentials. Save. Now save the task. Run this task. First, it will open the Edit Plus application. Then it's going to perform the copy file from desktop into credentials folder. Now go to the credentials folder, C drive, credentials, your file is there. I would like to copy and then open it. I would like to copy this file. After that, I would like to go for open it. Again, there is a same command required. This time, I want to open that file. Browse, whatever the file is there, that we are going to open it. During this copy, there is a button, there is a checkbox here. Overwrite files or folders. Already, if file is exist, file or folder, do you want to overwrite or you don't want to overwrite? Okay. So I'm going to say, let's overwrite the file. If already file is exist in this particular folder, let's overwrite it. I'm going to say save. If we don't require this particular command, then we can delete this, open the edit application. I don't want. Let me save the script. What it will do is it will copy my file from desktop to the credentials, and then it's going to open that particular file. Right? Now the file has been copied and it's opened. And do you want to know that either this is overwritten or not? Let's make some changes here. Latest file. And close this. Only I made changes in the desktop. Now run this script. Now we can see the file as overwritten. So this is how we can go for perform the files and folders commands. So whatever options are there that we will be using. This is copy files, and when we select folder, then copy the entire folder, rename the folder, create a folder, create folder shortcut, delete, open. And when we go for advanced view, then we can see the customized options. Okay, at least how many number of KBs, at most exact. Okay, and the date, modified date, creation date. Okay, so if you want to go for delete that folder, open the folders in that area, we can use last this many number of days between these dates, whatever the files are available that I would like to open or copy, and before so and so date, whatever the folders are created, I would like to copy that folders, not all. Okay, so like that we can select command options based on the size or based on the date, modification date or creation date. Okay, so that we can go for filtering options. Normal view is general, basic commands we can see that. So whenever we want to do some file or folder operations, we'll be using this command. We'll be using this command, files and folders. Okay. So we have talked about program commands, program file commands. Then we talked about files and folders commands. Then we'll be discussing Windows on next class. So we'll start about all these commands next class. Okay. So next two classes, we are going to talk about all these commands and the uses. Okay. So where exactly we'll be using.